guys, welcome back. I don't want to start this video on a negative, but as we are in the depths of the house move and yeah, that's the journey that we're on right now, I'm gonna have to start with a negative. I feel like, honestly, since, hopefully this house doesn't have a bad omen, but since we've obviously been moving and ordering things, I actually think every single thing has gone wrong. So obviously I spoke in my last vlog about the beds from dusk. Since then, I think I actually ended the last vlog on a positive with how much our bed is so alike to our West Elm chest of drawers and furniture, at a fraction of the price, by the way. Absolutely incredible. So that's great. And then we had the drama of the mattress not being delivered with everything else, which again was fine. So we'd assembled our bed, left the spare room bed in the boxes because it wasn't really like a priority while we was getting everything else organised in the house. And then we went to assemble the spare room bed, and they'd sent us an extra part from our bed, and then they'd basically not sent one of the boxes for the spare room bed. So the spare room bed, we have the mattress now, which was the problem in the first place. That was on pre-order, but we only have the headboard and the footboard. We don't have the panels to attach everything and the slats. So that was one thing. And I mean, horrendous, absolutely horrendous. Like, we obviously rang them to tell them about this, and it's like, yeah, you'll hear from us in up to 24 hours, which again, that's what they said last time, and it was more like 3 days. So I was like, lower your expectations. But we actually had to ring them back today, which is Thursday, to say, like, we haven't heard back, like, what the hell? Because one of their things that they were saying is because they use a third-party delivery service, it could still be in the van and they've just forgotten to deliver it. So I understand that, but we rang them last week. We rang them last Friday, so that's nearly a week, and you're telling me it was 24 hours. Obviously, we've rang them before that, but being on hold, like, I can't continue to be on hold when I've got an 8-month screaming and Charles is trying to work, so we finally got through today. Anyway, that's one thing. That's the bed situation that's still not resolved, so hopefully that will get resolved next week. We have had a new washing machine, which the landlord is obviously part of being rented. That's the whole process. The washing machine's come to be installed today, and that doesn't work. So it didn't work before. The new one's not working, so that's hilarious. Last week we had the table that the TV in the front room goes on, like the TV console table thing. That came and it was absolutely battered. Like, the corners of it was so bashed up, and because it's obviously wood, like, it's really, really worn. And I'm just like, oh my God, is there anything else? Oh, and on top of that, I don't know whether I mentioned we'd ordered Harper a car seat before we left the Manchester apartment. And the one I'd ordered, this obviously was my mistake, but still I don't really get it. The one I'd ordered, basically as children get to a specific weight or a specific age, you can change their car seat, which is all new news to me. And basically it comes in like group 0, which is like the newborn phase, group 1, group 2, group 3. So as they grow up, you change their car seat. So as they hit like a specific age bracket, I think it's maybe like 9 to 10 months, or they hit 9 kg, which has been over 10 kilograms since the day she was born, they can be rear facing, which is forward facing, sorry. So that's just needed to be done since the day again she was born, because she just hated being backwards. So we finally got to that position. I ordered the car seat, and anyway, the group 1 insert hadn't arrived, so it was basically like a group 2 and group 3 car seat. So that's been changed now. I'm just like, oh my God. Like I say, I don't want to start this vlog on a negative, but just one thing after the other, I was like, why has nothing actually gone smooth sailing? Like, not one thing, like genuinely not one thing. Even the sofa, when it got delivered, like one of the foots doesn't scream properly, but that's fine. I said I'm not even bothered about that. Anyway, I've come on because my Healf order has arrived. So I finally, where are we? Got my Healf order through, which is my monthly order. I'm just obsessed with this website. Like, literally before they blew up like they have, because they are so big now, like so big. It's incredible to see how successful this company has got. And to watch it grow has been unbelievable, because I feel like I was like one of the first people to be in contact with Healf, and yeah, just watch the different brands that they've taken on board and the types of people they're collaborating with and everything. It's just incredible, like absolutely incredible. And for me, recommending things to my clients, it's just the perfect one-stop shop, like the perfect one-stop shop. And that genuinely is because you know you can go on that website, and if you're still clueless to like what type of supplement or what brand's best or whatever, you can go on that website and you will be guaranteed that you are going to be purchasing like a really good product. Like it's not just going to be a crap product like you would find in Holland & Barrett, where some are hit and miss. Like they stock some really good brands, but then they have their own brands that's not the best. And going to a supermarket, going to Boots, like, you know, when you're going on Health's website that you, regardless of having any background knowledge, you know that you will order a magnesium supplement and it'll be a really good quality one. So that's just why I honestly am obsessed with it. And like I say, it's just a one-stop shop in terms of like, they have all the best brands on there. So I know that I can send a client and say, get this, 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 and this, and it's one delivery price, if that, rather than like trying to cherry pick from different websites and try and get them different bits from different places, which I know can be super frustrating and expensive on delivery. I totally get that. Anyway, every month we do our order, and it's just tends to be like the basics, like that we just go through in a month. And then maybe like some extra bits, like the other month I got like some curcumin, because that's just more like one to go into the cupboard, like, because it's an anti-inflammatory. So if I have like a headache, or if I had like mastitis, that's how I'd run out last time, like I always just take something like that and have that in the cupboard, like people do paracetamol, do you know what I mean? So anyway, I can't even remember what I've ordered, so we'll unbox this now and go through it. So this is a pretty big box, by the way. I didn't realise it was going to be this big. But what do we have starting off? Speaking of magnesium, so this is the Pure Encapsulations magnesium glycinate. I just love this one. I think it's really reasonably priced. I know that Pure Encapsulations is a really good brand as well. And magnesium glycinate, the reason I take that one is just because it's a really good all-rounder. It's good for sleep, it's good for stress. It's honestly a mineral that I would recommend everybody to take, purely because when we think about supplementation, and I think, not that people call me out on this all the time, but obviously I talk about eating a whole food diet and that we should be getting everything from food, and I truly believe that, like we really should, but in reality we don't. And that's purely because of the nature of how soils are depleted, how food travels a long way. So the nutritional value of food has just gone down and down and down and down. Unfortunately, we now have to look at supplementation in order to bridge that gap from what we would have got in food like 50 years ago compared to what we get in food now. So magnesium is one of those that most people are depleted in, and this is probably one of the first supplements that I explored when I started to take supplements, purely because of the nature of how it can really help with period cramps and painful periods. And my journey with my cycle has been wild. It's never been as it now is. I used to have periods every 2 weeks. They would be so heavy, they would be so painful. Obviously trying all different types of contraception as well, like threw that off tenfold. But ultimately, like the reason I even went on contraception at first was because I had heavy and painful periods. So naturally, my mum like stormed me to the doctors and was like, contraception, it's the easiest thing. And that's really where my journey started with that. But I've been able to manage my cycles now and get them to a textbook time. Obviously, I know I've just had a baby and I've only had one cycle since, but I get them to a textbook time. And when they arrive, they arrive. They genuinely, I go to the toilet, I wipe, and there we are, period started. And I barely get any symptoms. Like I might sense that I'm feeling maybe a little bit more hungry, or I might react to things a little bit more irrationally, than I would if I wasn't like at that time in my cycle. But genuinely, I never thought it was possible, because the deliberating pains that I used to have, like literally, I remember this one time being stood when I lived with my mum and dad on my mum and dad's landing. It must have been like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, stood on the landing, holding the top of the stairs, literally like I was in labour. Obviously now I've had a baby, it definitely wasn't as extreme as that, but it was definitely something like those pains. And my mum genuinely said to me, she went, I thought you was going to give birth on my landing, even though I wasn't pregnant. And that genuinely was my monthly cycle. It was horrendous, like absolutely horrendous. And like I say, magnesium being the first supplement that I started to investigate along with omega-3 to really help to support that cycle has been a game changer, like absolute game changer for me. And yeah, sleep, everything, it's just something that I think everybody would benefit from taking a magnesium supplement. So obviously go through those really quickly because I'm taking them daily. I've also got here my favourite ape beef organs. Now again, the reason I take these is because, as they say on the front, like nature's multivitamin. They are insane because they are basically desiccated organs. They are beef, liver and kidney, I think they are. Liver, heart and kidney, sorry, beef, liver and kidney. Liver, heart and kidney. And they are basically freeze-dried organs desiccated into a capsule. The most bioavailable form, it's not a synthetic form, it's a whole food source. So it's like eating the organs, but obviously you're not eating the organs, they're in here. And yeah, they're a multivitamin. They contain everything you would essentially really want to get in from multivitamin, from your B vitamins, your CoQ10, a little bit of zinc, iodine, selenium, everything, like literally everything. So I wholeheartedly love this brand, like everything that they believe, like their ethos, like all of their products that they bring out are absolutely fantastic. These are just a staple for me and Charles every single day. When we was actually going through weaning Harper onto food as well, obviously going through the like puree phase with Harper, we would actually open up one of these capsules and put a little bit in there, because I know that like iron, for example, is really essential for babies' development and growth and one of the key micronutrients that babies need. So to get her those nutrients in, at first we was putting like a sprinkle of this in her yogurt or whatever we puree down as well. So I just think that they honestly are a game changer, like an absolute game changer. If you are concerned about like what should I be taking, they are probably my go-to for people. Like ape organs and magnesium, if you're on a budget or if you're really unsure of what to take, these two are a must, like literally are a must. I've also got some pure encapsulations. Again, love this brand, liposomal vitamin C. Love this. Every morning I will do water, I'll do collagen, I'll do creatine, I'll do this, and I'll do some electrolytes, and it just gets all that goodness into me in a morning time. So the reason I like this one is it's because it's a liquid form, so it obviously just goes in that drink, so it just kills so many birds with one stone. And the liposomal version of vitamin C is really important because the liposomes are basically the fat molecule. With vitamin C, it's water soluble, which is great, but that means that it can kind of just go in and come straight back out. So you want it to have that liposomal form to cling onto the fat cells as well to make it very well absorbed. So that's a little bit of an insight for you. Creatine, this is the Thorn version. I'm aware that. Yeah, so creatine, this is the Thorn version. And this was Charles that used to take this. I never used to take it because I think it's just one of those that's probably very heavily marketed around the gym and recovery and muscle repair, etc, etc. And obviously I'm definitely not doing any form of exercise at the minute other than carrying a 10 kg weight of a child around. And it's actually got so many other benefits, specifically for sleep and the brain. Obviously sleep deprived, trying to get this switched on throughout the day when you've not had the best night's sleep or an optimal night's sleep. I've started taking this as well in the morning time with that drink that I've just explained to you then. So that's always a monthly top up for us. Electrolytes, gone back to the Relight ones. I mean, in regards to the different ones that I've tried, the Humantra and the apricot flavours now back. Chef's Kiss, best flavour, hands down best. The only thing that I have with the Humantra ones, which is a little bit annoying, is they're in sachets, so I feel like we just go through them so quick because there's two of us having one sachet a day. Like, I don't even think there's 30 in a box. So we go through them like that. So with the relight one, this one's actually the unflavoured one. It just seems to last so much longer. But personally, the Humantra apricot ones are absolutely unbelievable. And then of course, Hunter and Gather's collagen, bovine collagen. Again, chef's kiss. I have backed this brand for so long, and this is just one of my go-tos with them. It's the bovine one, ultimately, that has types 1 and 3 collagen. If you're having the marine collagen one, that's just type 1. So obviously having that extra type in there from a joint perspective, hair, skin, nails, everything, gut perspective, I just think I would rather get more bang for my buck and go for a bovine. And then last but not least, we have Exhale coffee. This one actually is the ground version, which is really annoying because I probably need to swap that because we have coffee machines, so I prefer the beans. But this is one of my favourite coffees, and it's basically mycotoxin free. So don't quote me on this, but I think the reason coffee has mold growth is because of the humidity and where it's grown. So this one gets checked for being mold free, and that's obviously why it's something that we always opt for. Obviously it's organic, they go through all the third-party testing, which just makes it, again, the elite. So when you start getting aware of these things, you get yourself in a rabbit hole, you can't get yourself out of them. But by all means, when that runs out, I definitely have a jar of instant dough egg bits in the cupboard that I will have. Like, I am one of those like crunchy mums that will do the most extreme things, but then I will also do the most least extreme things as well. So it's all about the balance. It's all about the balance. And that basically is it. That tends to be our monthly order. We whiz through things so quickly purely because there's 2 of us and we both use these. But we're both kind of right on the same page with that type of thing, which I love. Like, me and Charles's relationship has like blossomed as a relationship, but equally we've been on the same page that whole way, and we've learned so much together. And yeah, we just do the same things. We're the same people, and I love that. So that is my health haul. If you would like a discount code, I have 10% off. I will link it in the bottom of this description. And enjoy. Be careful, because you will spend a fortune on that. And you know what? Since being in this house, I am obsessed, but there's one little thing that last night it really sprung into my head. That sad thing is, we don't have a shop downstairs anymore, and the local village shop is great, but it closes at 6:30, or it might actually be 5:30. So when you want a little snacky snack, especially the HU chocolate that Healf stock, which is why that conversation just come into my head, because I should have put some on this order, I can't go downstairs and get it from the general store anymore because they stocked it. They had the best stock. They had like the Freya bone broth, they had the HU chocolate, like the best, like literally the best. And now we just don't have that, but I suppose I'll just save on the calories if you really care about that, which I definitely don't. So yeah, that is my health haul. I am genuinely trying to find a solution to making my life easier when it comes to washing. God, hang on for a sec. So the washing machine's fixed now. The guy came this morning and replaced it, so that's good. But because the house is 3 stories and our bedroom is the top floor, that's where our washing basket is. Do we put the washing basket like downstairs? Do we put it on the middle floor? Because trying to do washing with an 8-month-old, actually 9 months this week, like, it's impossible to carry everything down 2 flights of stairs. So I feel like I need to like rejig everything. So if you have any inspiration, please let me know, because what I've actually ended up doing is one of the IKEA bags that we've got from moving, I've just put a load of washing in there to bring it down. Like, obviously the ideal when you have your own house, if you have the space anyway, is to maybe just have like an actual like laundry room with everything on. So yeah, I don't know whether it's best to put the washing basket on one of the middle floors and then just bring dirty washing downstairs, and then that's at least a floor closer to the actual washing machine or what. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud now, but we have a washing machine, so I'm going to get so many loads of washing done today because the weather's so nice outside. As much as it's a bit cooler, it's like not going to rain. So I'm hoping that I can just get so many loads done and then just get it all dry at the same time. Because we've got like towels and all sorts, just nothing's been able to get washed. And I love doing fresh bedding on a Sunday, which obviously couldn't get done. So I'm going to try and, yeah, do a load of washing today. That is my plan. I also appreciate that that is a total first world problem, but from living in an apartment to then a 3-storey house, and by no means it's like a big 3-storey house, it's just got the loft conversion as a 3rd bedroom. It's, yeah, one of those things that I'm trying to get used to. Stairs. Stairs are a lot, and stairs are a lot when you have to go up and down them with a 10-kilogram child in your arms every single time. So you get to the bottom and you're like, no, I forgot socks. I forgot socks this morning. I forgot to put socks on. We're going outside and I forgot socks. That means I've now got to go all the way to the top to get some socks. Boring. Anyway, doorman's just come. Postman's just come. And I did a little Shein order to get some cushions for the sofa. So let's see what these look like, because you just never know with Shein. I can't remember what I've ordered as well, actually. Oh, but they're nice. So these are the current ones. We had these in the apartment, and these were from, the label says Murphy C&C. I just remember, I think, finding them online and whatever. So they came with the cushion insert. So obviously this time round I don't need the inserts, which I think are what the most expensive part of a cushion is. So then anyway, I've gone on Shein because you just find some good stuff on there, but you just never know, and these look really nice. The quality of these is absolutely gorgeous. It's like a bit of a herringbone, but they're so soft, and I just really liked this little fringe element detail to it. So I ordered 3 of them, and it should have been 2. We've got a spare, who knows? And then I also ordered, yeah, they're really nice. Because if I show you, these are from Cult Furniture. They're obviously going to go nice. The green, love it. Love to see the colour match. Let's see what they look like. And then I also ordered, I don't know why they've sent me 3 though, I'm sure I only ordered 2 because I thought if I get 2 of those, I've also got these 2, which I don't think I'm as keen on, but they might look nice. Like, it's like a linen material, and I just thought against like one pillow, rather than having 4 of the same, which we've got now, might break it up a bit. I don't think, especially on this sofa, they go together. I don't think they go together. Like, this is the sofa, which is more of like a cool grey. And then, yeah, that's a bit too warm and linen-y. I might keep them for the bedroom then. Just switch things up a bit. Maybe what I'll have to do then is order 1 more of these if they've sent me 3, and just have all matching. I'll figure it out. I actually have loads of work to do. This shouldn't be a priority right now, but there you go. Oh, and I ordered just this wooden tray, but I actually ordered one in H&M as well. I forgot about that. I'd ordered this because my idea with this was to put the oil and the salt and pepper and stuff in the kitchen. But yeah, I got that one from H&M. So this could be maybe a bathroom display. I mean, it's Shein, probably about £3, let's face it. So yeah, I'll play around with these sofa cushions and see what they look like. But I am very impressed with these ones. These are gorgeous. These ones are really, really nice. Good morning, everybody. I think there's nothing more, what's the word I'm looking for? Encouraging? Yeah, that works, I suppose. Nothing more encouraging, or there's no bigger kick up the arse, should I say, in getting back on your supplements, obviously, than the Healf delivery that I got yesterday or whenever that was. But wow, I had the worst migraine headache ever last night. It started around, I would say, I had a call with one of the Skin Institute students at about 2 o'clock, and I remember turning my ring light on and it actually ran out of battery like midway through the conversation, and I was actually really glad that it had run out because it was like giving me a headache. And then yeah, last night I was up twice in the night. I never like looking at the clock when I wake up in the night. I just think it sends me under. Whether it's like, oh my God, I've only been asleep for half an hour, or it's like, oh my God, I've got half an hour left until I need to wake up. But yeah, it was awful. It was absolutely awful. Like that pain, I actually sat up and I was like trying to like massage my neck and like stretch my body out. Anything. I was trying anything. And I had some electrolytes before bed, and I took 2 curcumin. I think I'd said that on when I was going through the Healf stuff. I've not had any curcumin delivered on that shop, but I'd had them last Healf delivery, I think, just because I like to have them in stock as like a bit of an anti-inflammatory. And I took those 2, and I'd also, while I was making dinner, yeah, I chopped up and had some raw carrot, because I think what it is now is because I came on my period last month, it was like my first period. I think like all these symptoms now that I'm just not used to, like a period headache and stuff like that, which I find for me always links back to like estrogen detoxification in that latter end of my cycle, because naturally, obviously, when you ovulate, that's when your estrogen's the highest, and then your body should detoxify it and progesterone should then take over. So you still have estrogen in that latter end, but progesterone should be higher. And I never feel like I have, well, I used to, but like I never feel like I have like low moods, which is usually when you don't have enough progesterone. But I definitely feel like, and especially from bloods that I've had in the past, like my body doesn't detoxify estrogen the best. And also I have to be really careful of that, because my mum had breast cancer and it was the hormonal type. So I'm always so, God, don't take that off my head, darling. Everybody doesn't want to see my greasy hair. Yeah, so I have to be really careful with that, because yeah, she had hormonal driven breast cancer, and that's through estrogen. So I was eating my raw carrot anyway, hoping that this is all going to help. But yeah, I was up twice in the night, but I haven't been on it. I just haven't been on it. I think with the move and everything, it's just been a case of just prioritising that, not prioritising how I feel, and like, yeah, being in these routines that I'm used to being in, one of which being supplements. And I know I'll talk about it with my clients all the time, but it is easy to fall out of the routine of it. So yeah, that's been a mass, like last night was the biggest kick up my ass I could ever have asked for, because that feeling when you have a headache and you can't sleep, and you've got a child thinking, I need to sleep. There's no way getting out of tomorrow. You can't just lie in bed all day. You can't just sit in front of the TV and slum it for the day and make yourself feel better. There's none of that. You've got to get up and got to get out. So yeah, I'm on it this morning. I am on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my little morning cocktail with my creatine, my electrolytes. So I've got the Thorn creatine, electrolytes, collagen is going to go in my coffee. Sometimes if I forget, that goes in here as well. And then I've also got, you will laugh at my supplement, but it honestly is like a pharmacist. My magnesium that I usually take, vitamin C goes in there as well. What organs? And I'm gonna definitely go for 2 more curcumin this morning as well, just to help with the inflammation. I do feel better now. Like Charles said, I dropped him off at the train station this morning and he said, like, do you want me to stay at home? And I was like, no, it's a headache. Like, it's a headache. It's fine, I'll get over it. But just not slept. Can you clap your hands? Can you clap your hands? Don't be shy now. You can clap your hands. Show me how you clap your hands. Clap them hands. Clap them hands. Why are you not doing it now? Are you shy? So yeah, gonna make that up. Gonna have a nice breakfast. I'll just make some eggs. Need to express some milk for Harper. Do her supplements. Honestly, morning routine is a bit of a rigmarole every morning, especially when Charles isn't here because he's gone to the station. He's gone to London today. So bear with. I was also telling the Skin Institute girls as well a really good trick that I'd seen when I was looking on Seb's, my dentist, the biological dentist's Instagram. I was just looking at some information about her, and he was saying how to take supplements and how you shouldn't take them with your head back because that's not a natural movement. So anybody who's struggling to take supplements, these, when you put them all in your mouth, like, you should actually tip your head slightly forward, and that is a really good tip for taking supplements all in one go. Blew my mind. Okay, just got ready and we're gonna go out now, but I actually forgot to update you all on the pillow situation after the little Shein haul, which I am obsessed. They are such good quality. They're not too big. I thought that they weren't going to fit in the cushion covers, but it's got like this herringbone pattern on it with the tassels, and the colour is just perfect next to the dining room chairs. So I am really happy with those. I'll just have to order another one to go. There's going to be two on either side basically, to order the one that now is missing because we only have 3 cushions, don't we? You need to get some trousers on and we need to go to the farm because we want to see the ducks, don't we? We want to do the ducks at 10:30. I think on their website, they said I think it's 10:30. They do like a little petting session with the ducks. This is nice. So I want to get there for 10:30. So yeah, we need to get a scoot on, don't we? And if you fall asleep, which you likely are going to, Mummy's going to be walking around this farm by herself. So that's going to be fun. We're just inside the little barn, which is called the Discovery Barn. And Harper, who have we been to see? We've been to see the rabbits. And we've been to see the ducks and the piglets. I don't know why, but my camera is horrendous outside in the lighting. It's just far too bright, like it just goes bright like that. So not really been able to get much content outside. However, we are inside the Discovery Barn looking at the rabbits. Should we go and look at the rabbits and the chicks again? What about those little chicks? What about those little chicks? Little bunny rabbit here. Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. And what about the little chicks over here? What about the little chicks? The little chicks. That was fun. Did you have fun at the farm? That was actually really cute. I'm expecting Harper to nap though, because she literally fell asleep just as we got there. And when I took her out, because I thought I'd grab a coffee first, let her have a nap and then we can walk round, she woke up straight away. So I'm hoping she's going to fall asleep now on the way home and hopefully sleep for a long time, because when we moved here, her naps went from 30 minutes, so she had 2 30-minute naps a day, and then to 1 30-minute nap a day, but then the second nap, it's been like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's life-changing. It's honestly life-changing, because to do something in 30 minutes, it's impossible. Like, by the time you've like got her down, literally opened up my laptop, potentially made a coffee or a cup of tea, she's waking back up again. So to get on top of stuff has been mad. And it's quite funny actually, because of that reason, I've actually like hired a VA. I've got somebody doing like a lot of the behind the scenes admin work for me, because it was just impossible to keep on top of. And now, as soon as I've hired her, I've actually now got the time to do it. But I'm loving that I've got a VA, because everything that's been up here that's been like causing me pressure, I just feel like I can be so much more present as a mum, that it's just taken off my hands, and I know that Alex is in control of it all. So that's a dream. But yes, if she does go to sleep and stays asleep for a long time, it means I can just get home and have a nice cup of tea. But on the way home, I am just going to nip to Dalesford, which is a touch, just having it so close, because I forgot so many things on the weekly shop this week. So we've run out of milk, so I'm just going to go and nip there and grab some milk on the way home. You know what, I'm still trying to work out whether up here specifically, or down here, sorry, I always get my ups and downs mixed up, they're more friendly, or maybe they're not. Obviously the south is renowned for being less friendly than the north, let's put it that way. But I actually have found since being here, everyone's been really, really friendly. Whether that's just like here in the village or wherever. But then some people like, crack a smile, guys, bloody hell. Crack a smile. Just been swimming. Just been swimming, haven't we? Yeah. Say, I've been swimming and I've got my fresh pyjamas on after swimming. Oh, there's nothing better than a baby in fresh pyjamas. So yeah, so we've just been swimming, and there was like these two older women that were saying about there being a what's the word I'm looking for? My brain, since having you, does not work properly. There's going to be a kids pool, a specific kids pool being built, and I think it's opening next week or the week after. So I always have good chats with people in the swimming pool, to be fair. I think because she's cute, she attracts a lot of attention. So everyone always wants to get a smile out of you, don't they, and a wave out of you. Not that sometimes you do give them. You have got a little bit friendlier. Maybe it's your southern side coming out. That's what it is. That is what it is. Your southern side coming out. Anyway, then I went and got a coffee and a pastry while Harper had a nap afterwards, which, by the way, was the biggest moment of just like, this is life. This is actual life. Like, the sun's shining. I sat in a spot where I could sit in the sun. Harper was asleep. I had a coffee and a pastry, and I was like, this is life. This is actually what we've come here for. Like, that indoor-outdoor vibe. Just love it. I know the weather's not going to be like this all the time, but still, I embrace it while it is like this. But yeah, while I was sat there, there was like three women, one of which just had a newborn baby and like dogs. So obviously Harper's like obsessed with dogs. And like, she was just like staring at them and wanting to like stroke them and whatnot. Not one of them looked up and was like, just give me a smile. And I was like, fucking hell. Bloody hell, it's not hard to crack a smile, is it? Anyway, I have just given Harper some lunch, and I've got a parcel, which is very quick. So, Ash Stolbart, you are a dream. You are an absolute dream, because I literally only gave her my new address yesterday. And she sent this already, which is a touch. She is a queen. What can we use to open this? Because I do love shouting about brands. Like, I don't do it in a way to get like freebies and stuff like that. But when you obviously appreciate a product, as I would appreciate any of my clients that have been through a good service with me, and they recommend and refer me out to like a friend or somebody like that, like, it's just, I suppose, exactly the same with products. And I'm not one of those people that tries loads and loads of products and recommends loads and loads of products, because I can't try things on my skin all the time. So when I actually do, and I love something, like, I'm more than happy to scream and shout about it. Anyway, I'd obviously put a post out yesterday, which was actually more a general post, and Ash had just said, like, let me know if you want any top-ups, and let me know if you want any top-ups on the body products. And I was like, I've not even tried the body products, because I got invited to their event for the launch, but how bad of this is timing. The day that she had the launch, the day that they had the launch for the body pads was my first day like back taking on online clients. So I was like, oh my god, I've literally been off for like 6-7 months, and the timing of that is just annoying. I also got invited to the first birthday as well, which is crazy that they've been out for a year, but again, I'm not even in Manchester anymore. So I actually thought moving here I'd have more opportunity to go to the London events that I get invited to all the time that I physically can't go to because just it's expensive getting down to London and like just going for an event, and if it's only like an hour somewhere or whatever. And obviously my work schedule when I was back home just didn't like let me do that. Anyway, typical. But body transformation pads, insane. Box is perfect. From watching her vlogs, it looks like they've just taken the cellophane off because I know she was having dramas with the packaging. So that's good. And then assuming these are they okay. These are the face pads. Yep, the little face pads, perfect. Fab. Amazing, so excited to try those, and I will obviously let you know what I think of the body ones, because you know that I'm obsessed with the face ones. I'm probably going to put this into a little bit of a Sunday ritual because I think I just like Sunday like as a proper refresh day. I think it's just everybody's the same really, aren't they, on a Sunday? Like proper refresh, like start of the week before the new week begins. So yeah, I'll definitely try those this Sunday and see how I get on with them. I don't necessarily feel like I have any like issues in general with like my body. I never actually had breakouts or acne anywhere on my back or chest, luckily. But I suppose just from a general skin care perspective, they'll be great. Yeah. So we'll give them a try. What are we going to do this afternoon? What should we do this afternoon? Shall we go to the swings? I actually just get a bit bored of the swings. Need to maybe switch it up a bit or not go as often, but it's just nice to get outside when the weather's like this because I know I'll be climbing the walls the minute that it starts to rain because I hate the rain. Like, I am a summer baby through and through. When I see these, not memes, but like posts on Instagram and it's like, oh my god, autumn's here, like pumpkin spice lattes sitting next to the fire, like that doesn't happen. Like it just rains all the time. But I'm hoping now we've moved here and maybe it is a bit more like that because Manchester just is wet, constantly wet. So yeah, just summer girls through and through. Like, I'm sorry, longer days, the sun shining. I don't mind these types of autumn days when it's cooler and you can just put a jacket on but it's bright and it's sunny. But let's face it, winter, autumn, it's never like this consistently. It always just pisses it down. So yeah, we'll make the most of it while we can, kiddo? Good morning, gang. How are we all on this fine Friday? Just come off the call with the Skin Institute graduates. So the skin practitioners that I train, there's always the option at the end of the 6 months training to stay on and do what I call the graduate scheme, which is where we just have like 1 monthly call, like the last Friday of every month, just for an hour. And they can just like send me over any like client questions or anything like that, anything. And I can just like reply to emails. And you know what? I come off them calls and I love them. It's just like chatting with your mates. And I think our industry is so like isolating that most people are self-employed, so I just sit behind my laptop. Like, I don't really have anyone to chat to. Who does my content actually will laugh because she gets all my work rants and stuff like that, and I'm like, I know you're not my PA in any way, shape or form, but listen to this. She always just laughs. But it's just nice to have them chats. Like, we literally just catch up. We'll go through like a few of like our clients that we've recently onboarded and anything like that, but we do just have a really good chat, and I think I love that. I do love that, and especially now I'm here as well and I don't get that salon vibe that I'm used to when I worked at the Gatsby. So it's just really, really nice. So yeah, I always just come off feeling good. Harper's having a nap. I'm just going to go through some emails and just make sure that I'm all set for the weekend. I've got a new client that I'm onboarding this evening, so I just need to go through her consultation form and make loads of notes. And the Stanley's back. The Stanley is back. It's been in the cupboard since we moved in. I've not used it for a couple of weeks, but I don't know why, it's just been there out of sight, out of mind, I suppose. So the Stanley is back. because I ordered the unflavoured Relight electrolytes. I don't know how I've managed to do that. We've got the Hue Mantra, but not just the Hue Mantra. The apricot Hue Mantra are back. These are chef's kiss. They brought them out, I can't remember when it was, it might have even been the beginning of this year, as a limited edition flavour. And then they stopped doing them and I was like, no, I'll have to go back to just like the berry pomegranate ones or whatever, which are actually still really nice, but these apricot ones, oh my god, so good. So I've got those in there, vitamin C, creatine, and then I've had my supplements this morning. Oh my god, they're so good. They're so good. To me, kind of explains the stress side of things. I think that's where we have to sometimes appreciate stress for what it is, and there's like no medication, no diet that would overcome stress. We have to look at it and face it head on realistically. Where are we going, Haps? Are we going on an adventure today? Peekaboo! Say peekaboo! Say peekaboo! We've actually changed the car seat back to the Duna. Oh my god, I had so much drama with that car seat. Basically, when I ordered it, whatever, the group one, I'm going to save you the boring story. Anyway, facing forward, she can face forward now because she's over a specific weight, and actually now the age because she's 9 months. And I was driving back from the farm, and when she fell to sleep this week, it was so tight because there's like no head support. Like her head was like dropped forward and she was asleep, and then she obviously kept like stirring, putting her head back, putting her head to the side. It just doesn't have the right support for her head at all. So when she's asleep, oh, it was so tight. So anyway, we're back to the drawing board on the car seat situation. And to be honest, the forward facing didn't do what I thought it was going to do anyway. I thought she was going to thrive in the car and not cry, and I didn't need to listen to YouTube on repeat, but it didn't work that way anyway, so I'm over it. She's back in the Duna, so she needs to sleep. She can have a comfortable night's sleep. But we are on the way to Chilbrett, which is a village just quite close by. It's also on the train line. I think it goes our village and then Chilbrett on the train line down to London, so it's a stop closer. So we're going to go and explore there because that was the other option of where we wanted to potentially move to if we did stick around. So yeah, we're going to have a nose around there. Chilbrett is one of those villages that you might have heard of because they have a pub called the Bull there that's really well known for its Sunday roast. You actually can't get in for months and months, so if you are heading to the Cotswolds in a few months and you know you want to go to the Bull for a Sunday roast, then book it now. Obviously naive me went to book it when Charles's brother and his girlfriend came the other week and just thought I'd be able to book it, and yeah, you can't get in for love nor money. So as soon as you know, get it booked. That is the moral of the story. So yeah, we're going to go and check Chilbrett out, so we'll see what it's about. Is there anything more adult than this? You're having a great time?
Yeah, this is a test one for tomorrow.
The test drive for tomorrow? Look at the stance, whoa! Is that fun? Splash, splash, splash. Yeah. Are you splashing in those muddy puddles? So we have just had the most adult Sunday you could ever imagine. Yesterday, we obviously went to Childbury, and to be honest, it wasn't really what I thought it was going to be. I thought there was going to be like a few quite quaint shops and coffee shops, and yeah, a little bit more than what there actually was there, and there just definitely was nothing. There was like one little cafe deli thing, the Bull that I mentioned, and then we actually stumbled across the Bell, which is part of the Dalesford collection that I forgot about. I actually didn't realise it was there. So we went and just sat and had a coffee and a pastry, and then just headed back, to be honest. We had a little wander, but there wasn't really much to see. So when we got back, Charles wanted to do a little bit of gardening because he's ordered loads of stuff for the garden, which obviously we have to maintain. And he was like, there's this de-weeder that he's got, and you put it in the ground, you spin it round. Anyway, I was like, that is ick. Like, I actually have the ick. Anyway, he was like, you're doing this job tomorrow. I'm just going to do my evening skincare routine because I've just had a shower after my gardening experience. So yeah, he was like, no, you're doing this tomorrow. And I was like, no, I'm not. Like, that is the last thing I want to do, like, spend my Sunday doing. It's really quite bad, actually, because I am just I'd rather pay somebody to do it kind of person. I just hate doing things like that. Anyway, I loved it. Oh my god, I absolutely loved it. So he started off doing like all the hedges and stuff like that, like neatening it all back with the big hedge trimmers. And then he was like, go on, just have a go. So I had a go, and I was literally in my jeans and my jumper, and I literally couldn't stop. It was so addictive, like so addictive. So I ended up doing the whole garden. He's mowed it, cut all the hedges back. So we've had a proper mum and dad, like, adult day. All we kept saying to each other is like, do you feel like a dad? Do you feel like a mum? Do you feel like a proper adult? So that's why I've just had a nice shower now, and I'm doing my skincare routine very early. It's only about 5 o'clock, but I just thought I will get it all done. I've just made the nicest tea as well. Oh my god, divine. Absolutely divine. It's basically chicken drumsticks. I found it on, you know, when you get those magazines from your delivery, your food delivery, it was in there, and I was like, oh, that sounds really nice, like quite easy, a bit different. It was chicken drumsticks, and you marinate it for overnight, ideally 30 minutes at a minimum, with pomegranate molasses, with honey, garlic, ginger, mint, cumin. I think that might have been it. I'll put the recipe below anyway. Marinate it. So I just did it in the morning and then just left it in the fridge all afternoon. Then you bang it in the oven for 35-40 minutes until the chicken's cooked through. Then they recommend like these garlic flatbreads, so I'd done them, and I actually did some rice alongside it as well. And then like this herby Greek yogurt, so that was basically just Greek yogurt, garlic, mint, parsley, bit of salt, and then actual fresh pomegranate seeds to like serve it with. Oh my god. Oh my god. So good. Like so good. I was a bit disappointed with the sauce that you marinate the chicken in. Just threw it all in like a roasting tray and put it in. I did think it would go a bit like thicker, a bit like stickier with it being honey, but it was a bit more runny. However, I just poured it into like a little like glass and used that as a bit of like a sauce. Oh my god, I can't even tell you how nice it was. And I just love finding recipes like that that use the chicken that you wouldn't necessarily use. And I talk about this all the time, like the chicken drumsticks, like the bone on the chicken drumsticks make the meat so much more tender and so much more flavoursome and so much more nutrient dense. Like that's where you get the collagen from, that's where you get all the goodness from. So when I find recipes like that, I love it. And I suppose when I am recommending it to people, like if you really hate like chicken on the bone or anything like that, you can transfer it to a thigh or a breast. But again, I think that's where you get a lot of the good flavour from. And because it's obviously got the skin on as well, the chicken drumsticks, that's where everything like sticks to, like all the flavour. So honestly, divine. And that's what I'm really like, I wanted when we moved to this house, to get back into the flow of finding recipes like that and cooking, because I love cooking. I really, really, really do. But I think it completely fell off when I fell pregnant, because my appetite was just wild, like especially the first 12 weeks, like all I wanted to do was eat beige. Everything. Like Charles saw me eat things I have never ever eaten in front of him in the whole 6 years that we've been together. He was like, what the hell? There was this one time where he came up, I think he'd been to the gym or whatever, and I was just there on the sofa feeling like really sorry for myself, and he said, can I get you anything? And I said, will you go downstairs and get me some flaming hot Monster Munch? And he was like, what? And I was like, I need some flaming hot Monster Munch. He was like, I can't go and buy them. And I was like, no, you can. Believe me, you can. And if they don't have them in the shop downstairs, you can go and find them in town somewhere. Go walk to a Sainsbury's. I don't care. Find me some flaming hot Monster Munch. Like I was drinking. We went to a restaurant, and this was early on, because this would have been in the April for my sister's birthday. And my dad ordered a Coke, a full fat Coke. Honestly, Coke for me, oh, disgusting. Like I feel like I want to shave my teeth even if I have a sip. And I was like, wow, I need a sip of that. And my dad was like, have it. And I was like, no, I don't want it, I just need that sip. So bizarre. So yeah, my appetite completely went when I was pregnant, and it was just more convenience. And then obviously having Harper, it has been healthy but convenient food for us. Like, and by convenience I mean like throwing a whole chicken in the oven, chopping up a potato and having homemade chips, and then like doing some veg on the side or a salad or something like that. Like it's been super easy, like cooking a steak and again doing the same with like chips and some form of vegetable. So that's how we've essentially been eating, well, for about 18 months now. And yeah, I said as soon as we move to this house, I really want to pick up like my recipes and how we're eating. Like I don't mind quick things through the week, because obviously you're under a time pressure, and it just needs to be like easy to cook foods without thinking about it. I said, but on a weekend I do want to start making an effort of like trying different things. And honestly, that recipe bangs. Like I love pomegranate in anything, like literally anything. Like I see pomegranate on the menu in a salad or something, I'm like, yeah, chef's kiss. So when I saw that, that's why I was like, screenshot this, I'm definitely going to make it. So yeah, I made it, and it was absolutely stunning. While I've just chewed your ear off about that, while I had a shower, I actually have just used the new Cosmetic Consult Miracle Body Transformation Pads. They're much thicker. The pad itself, obviously much larger, the surface area, but they're much thicker than the face ones. I'm not gonna lie, I just stood in front of the mirror naked and just rubbed myself down with it like I was giving myself a baby wipe shower at a festival. But I'll see. Obviously I've only just done it now, so I don't know how my skin's going to feel, but I assume from an exfoliation perspective, my skin's going to feel mwah, butterette, soft and silky smooth tomorrow. So I'll let you know how that goes. But yeah, I'm excited to see how they are, to just whack them into my routine. I think I'm 100% the guiltiest person for not looking after the skin on my body. Face, neck, décolleté, that's it. Everything else gets neglected, and I think probably 100% of people can say the same. So yeah, I'll let you know how they got on. And then I'm just going to do my usual routine now. So once I've just used the pads, I'm going to go in with my rose water, which I'm obsessed with, my Hada Labo hyaluronic acid, which is the one in the gold. My child at this moment in time has an obsession with, like, this is what she does. She sits there. So I was making the bed the other morning and I was like, here, have something. She was whinging, have something. Give her that. Didn't even think that she would be able to scratch it off with her teeth. She sat there, her age is really quiet. I thought, oh, she's being really quiet, great. What else can I do? What other job can I do? And then realised she was chewing at that. So I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Give me that back. chewing cardboard and all sorts. So that is one of my favourite hyaluronic acids, because it comes in a huge bottle for one, 150ml, and it's about 15-16 quid. Like, what the hell? So obsessed with that one. Also going in with my Circadia Renewal Eye Cream, which I did a post about this on Instagram last week or the week before, and this honestly is, I'm just obsessed. I've never been obsessed with eye creams. I just think they're not worth the money, because the ingredients are basically just stuff that you would be using anyway, like a hyaluronic acid eye cream, well, I've just put it on. A retinol eye cream, well, I would potentially be putting a retinol on. Or a vitamin C one in the morning, well, I've just put vitamin C on, so why am I having a different eye cream? And I just don't really feel like they do much. Whereas this, go and have a look at my post on Instagram, it basically includes a peptide called SNAP8. And I've been aware of peptides for quite a long time now. I actually have peptides and use them on myself to microneedle into my skin. The three that I have is SNAP8, which is deemed the natural alternative to Botox, GHKCU, which is copper peptide, so that one you might be aware of, and Matrixyl 3000, which I suppose is another one that I've heard of in skincare before. And the combination of them just help with like the breakdown of collagen and supporting fine lines and wrinkles and everything that you would want a skincare product to do. So the SNAP8 obviously now being more commercialized, I suppose, and being put into products. I suppose this is an in-clinic brand, so it's not super commercial, not over-the-counter commercial, but still seeing it now being put into skincare products is insane. When I did actually do the post, somebody had commented on it to say that Z-Lens, I think it was, do a SNAP8 eye cream as well, so that's an interesting one, and obviously that one's more accessible over the counter. But it's just good to see, I suppose, these peptides coming onto the market and being more accessible for people, because the ones that I use for microneedling into my skin come, I suppose, like Botox, and they come in a powder form, and then you have to put the backwater in with it, make it into a liquid, draw it out the bottle. Like, it's very clinical, and obviously the reason I do it is because I had a clinic. So it's easy for me to kind of get it, but to recommend people to do that, it's a bit faffy. So to see it in products now obviously is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So yeah, peptide market, I think that's going to be the next trend in skincare. I hate saying the word trend, because I think sometimes trends they come and go, whereas things like peptides are really good, like proper science behind them and things like that, proper results. So yeah, sometimes I feel like that word is like discredits things a lot. But yeah, that's where I'm at with my skincare routine. And I forgot my moisturiser. So my moisturiser currently is the Glow Recipe Plum Plump Hyaluronic Cream. Oh, this honestly is just one of those that I just fall back into all the time. I obviously you can imagine I get sent quite a lot of skincare, but this one I just love, and I'm actually laughing because you should see the calluses in my hands. Well, not the calluses, but the marks from doing my weeding. Oh my god, how hilarious. Who would have thought Ella moved to the Cotswolds and became a garden lover? Never thought I would see the day. Well, my grandma loves the garden. I always used to think, is that like a generational thing? Is that like not a dying trade, but is that a dying trade? Because I just can't imagine it. And there I am with my little de-weeding tool, de-weeding the garden, and absolutely loving it. Oh, you heard it here first. I'll probably never do it again, let's face it, but I enjoyed it, and we did some great family time outside, grounding. I had no shoes on, like I say, I had my jeans on, my jumper. It was quite a rogue setting, to be truly honest, but yeah, all fun was had. But I think I am going to leave that vlog there. I have had, yeah, pretty busy week, cracking on with things. Lots of work was done. I do need to finish a new client's protocol now. Charles is watching the golf, if anybody's a golf widow this weekend because of the Ryder Cup. There you go. that's our life now. So he's with the baby downstairs because he's watching it and he feels guilty, so he's pulling his dad's socks up. So I'm going to finish a new client protocol and then probably head to bed and catch up on maths. I'm so behind. I think I've watched the first episode and a half, that's about it. So I really need to catch up on that, because that's one of them that when you don't consistently watch it, you end up falling about 7,000 episodes behind, because there's so many of them, which is great. I love that there's an episode on most nights, but when you fall behind, it's hard to pick up. So I need to catch up on that, which I'll probably do once I get Harper down. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this second vlog. And yes, I will see you again next time. See you guys.